Hi, thank you for joining me on this weekly Pearls of Wisdom. Today I want to share with you two concepts that will help you finish the year very, very strong. If you are like most people, you probably set a goal on the beginning of the year. Have you looked at your goal? And I can share with you how you can guarantee that you will either create your goal by the end of this year or be a lot closer than you were if you just didn't look at your goal again. My name is Ruth Duran. I'm a certified life coach, and I help businesswomen create profitable businesses. I take them from struggling and frustrated to profitable and successful, so by how they hit their goals and how they create an amazing momentum in their business. So the first concept I'd like to teach is about the belief scale. The belief scale is what I love to teach my clients, is that when they create a goal, like when they created a goal on January the 1st, most of the time what happens is when they look at that goal, they think it's impossible and they feel the impossibility of it. And what most people do is they just go about their life hoping that they will create their goal. And what I do with my clients is we identify why they are thinking that it's impossible and why they are feeling the impossibility of it. And what they do is they give me a list of what they are thinking that is making them think that it's impossible. And what I do is I take them from feeling impossible to feeling possible. This is where they are thinking that their goal, there's a possibility of creating their goal. And they're feeling the possibility of it. They're feeling the capability of creating that goal. And then what we do is we write down all the thoughts that they are thinking that has taken them from impossible to possible. The next thing I do with them is I take them to where they're thinking and feeling that the goal is inevitable, where they're thinking and feeling that the goal is done, the certainty of it being done. So their thoughts are, this is happening, this is done, I can do this. And they're feeling the inevitability of it. They're feeling the certainness, the grounded, that it is done. And what we do is we write down all the thoughts and feelings from the possibility to the inevitability. And what we have done is every time we've written the thoughts that have got them from impossible to inevitable, what I call this is a thought download, where we are questioning everything that is coming up in their brain that will take them from impossible to inevitable. And so it is like a brainstorm where we're just writing down everything that the brain comes up with. What happens is then the next thing that we do is a concept that my mentor Brooke Castillo taught us, and it's called a do goal. What a do goal is not just the concepts that we have in our minds of the things that we'd like to accomplish, but actually the actions that we need to take to make those goals inevitable. They're the action steps that we need to take to make the goals done. They are like a structured way of taking massive action. And massive action is going to work and doing things over and over again until you get the result that you want. The first step of a do goal is a thought download, which we already did when we went from impossible to inevitable. And the second thing that we need to do is then identify all the things that our brain thinks needs to happen to make it inevitable. And then what we do is we will prioritize what actually needs to happen. Some things that your brain thinks needs to happen, we can eliminate because we might be able to see the picture a lot better and they are not necessary. Next thing that we might need to do is delegate some things so that our brain can focus on what is the priority that we can spend our time working on. Once we have the list of what we now know is priority, then the next thing that we do is we write down what we need, the things that we need to do to make sure that the goal is inevitable. The thoughts, feelings and actions that we need to be in to make the goal inevitable. So what we do is we write down all the things that need to happen. So for example, I might have a client who comes to me and the client might say, I need to market, but I don't know how to market. So we figure out what they need to do to learn how to market. What skill sets do they need to do to learn how to market? It might just be they know how to market, but they don't believe they know how to market. So what thoughts and feelings do they need to do so that when they are marketing themselves, they're coming off effectively? So this step is very individualized for every single client. It's very different. But once we have a priority of what we're going to work on, we write it all down. And these become your due goals. These become the action steps that you will take to make your goal inevitable. The next thing that we do is we actually now write down what we need to do, how we need to do them, and when we need to do them. We actually need to schedule when we are going to do the steps to create that goal. The scheduling is one of the most important parts. Everything that we have done up to now will not work if we do not schedule it. The second most important part is that we keep our commitment to ourselves. Once we schedule it, we honor our schedule. We honor our appointment to ourselves. And so if you have a hard time scheduling things or honoring your commitment to yourself, I can help you. Schedule a consultation with me so we can create a relationship with you and with your business. So when you schedule something, it's as good as done. Let's create a relationship with yourself that you would keep every single appointment with yourself like you would with other people, because you are very important and your business and your goals are very important. And so my friends, I want you to see honoring your commitments to yourself, scheduling it down and honoring your commitments to yourself is what will make everything that I have shared with you up to now accomplish the goal that you want. These steps that I have shared with you is what's going to make a difference, that 2020 will end very differently than any other year in the past. These steps is what's going to make your goal inevitable and will guarantee that you will be in a very different place at the end of 2020. So my friends, if you'd like to really dive deeper into this and really understand it at a deeper level so that you are executing it, honoring your commitment to yourself, and committing that when you say you're going to do a goal, it is done. Schedule a consultation with me and work with me for 12 weeks where we will guarantee in 3 months, you will have a different business than you have today. So my friends, thank you so much for joining me on this weekly Pearls of Wisdom. I really, truly appreciate it and have a very, very blessed week. Bye-bye.